Peace. Peace. Let me start by saying, woman, child, and man, cosmos and earth, eternal light, each one reach one. This is how we grow. I see you, my brothers and sisters. I'm outside, you know what I'm saying, enjoying me a lovely walk, you know, with the little homie. Being that it is, I wanted to just share my thoughts on, you know, letting things go, letting friendships go, letting family members go, and knowing what's truly valuable in life. So just to give you a little detail on why I even came to this, you know, purpose to give you a daily reminder in life, like I said, letting things go, is because I just had a situation with a friend, I would say, of maybe some years, you know, more than I can count on one hand. And this friend of mine, you know, I don't want to say was not supportive, as in helping me during times of my need, but I've learned some things, is that there's trickery when it comes down to the truth and how you find true, you know, connections. Like, it's tricks to it. And what I mean by that is, like, many people, I believe all people have narcissistic traits, but many people, unbeknownst to us, are actual narcissists. And I'm not saying that this individual was, but I'm bringing light to this because certain people in this world that we live in are manipulators. And I can say there have been many times where I knew I was being manipulated, and I just wanted to see how far the individual thought they could go. Now, again, this friend, or once was a friend that, you know, was in my life, was very good at, you know, manipulating. I'm not saying they're a bad person. Let me clarify this. In their manipulation, it was for the benefit of others. So it wasn't, I'll say, all bad. But the one thing that I value about this individual was that there were times where, as a reflection, I could share my thoughts about their actions, and they would understand the value and appreciation when I give my opinion. Now, mind you, my opinion truly is not the opinion, but my opinion matters, right? As a friend, you would hope the same. So throughout our friendship, there were many moments in his life where he made mistakes, he failed, you know, he fallen, and he picked himself back up with or without the support of me. Now, as he done these things, I saw that there was more, I would say, what's the word? More potential. That's the word I want to use. There was more potential in him than he even saw in himself. And how I noticed that was I came to a moment within my own reality to say, I need to grow. And as I started to make this transition over the years that we've known each other, like I said, he made mistakes, I made mistakes. I'm not a saint. But when I noticed that he has more potential, right, to be even greater than what he is, as an individual, as I said before, as a reflection, you will want, you know, someone to acknowledge where you see flaws or weaknesses in, you know, or chinks in your armor. You will want someone to acknowledge that to you. So being of such, I did so. And at first, you know, it was mutual, which I'm very much grateful for, which is why the friendship lasted for so long. Then it came to something I realized he valued more than a friendship. And this is where I would say the world has distorted many people's minds. A lot of people believe that it's necessary to find value in money, value in materialism, resources, capitalism, such things like that, right? Like a game of Monopoly. They want it all, forgetting that you had people support you along the way. And our friendship has come to a stop because of this. Because my individual friend that I value, you know, even at this moment right now, as I seen so much potential in him, I was shocked. I mean, flabbergasted. If you want to be real, I was flabbergasted at the fact that he found money to be more valuable. He found fame or attention to be more valuable than the genuine connection he was having with individuals. And there were times where I would be like, hold on, man, because I've spoken to him before. There were times where he would become, a little disregarding or neglective to what I'm talking about. I'm gonna figure it out myself, man. Don't worry about it, man. Listen, I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna figure it out. And I would say, you know what? You're right. Because there are times that I don't need to be present in order as a reflection to help enlighten you or help share a version of you that you can't see yourself. So I'm like, I don't mind that. Let you figure it out respectfully, right? And throughout the time, right, he did. But the unfortunate is that he still kept the same lifestyle that kept him from being his greatest potential, being the best version of him. He kept that same lifestyle up. And then I started to see, well, that's fine because you're able to somehow manage with that lifestyle. You're finding ways to still make steps to be greater. But then it came to a point where, again, and this is the trickery of such things, then it came to a point where as he was, I would say, taking the next steps to be greater, he started to reject, not just disregard or neglect, he started to reject my opinion on his mistakes, right? Now, mind you, it's not the opinion, but once he started to reject it, that's when it came down to a point where I was like, all right, mind you, I'm letting you let me not say let, like I'm in control of him, but I hope you guys understand what I mean by this. I basically was okay with him, doing what he was doing. Now, this is where not only when he rejected me, but I saw that there was a sense of manipulation. And this is where I say many times I pause for a second when I see individuals, manipulate others. Like I said, there was a form of him where he used manipulation on many people to help others. So I don't want anyone to think he's completely bad, but understand the polaric view of both things. So when he started the manipulation with me, such things like started lying, not being honest and real with what he's doing, that's when I was like, okay, I have to make a decision, right? I could step away and not engage with him anymore, right? And I just allow him to be on that low vibrational frequency and find peace and abundance and money, and, forgetting his morals and values and such things like that. And I know he's probably thinking like, man, you over here, talking about me so much, why don't you deal with your own life? I know that's probably what he's thinking, but the reality is that I seen his life as mutual as mine. There was a bond that we once had, but as I said before, once one starts to transform, you have to start letting things go. So as I realized he was trying to use such manipulation on me, and I ain't gonna take up too much more of y'all time because I know y'all like it, short and sweet, but being of such things, this is where I had to, like I said, make a decision to either leave him or, I would say, deconstructively honest, right? So I did such things. I was straightforward with him. And as I was, unfortunately, he, again, through his rejection, his disregard, and his neglect, he added a bit of emotions to it. Basically saying, leave me the fuck alone, and excuse my language, Starseeds, but, fuck you, and I don't need nothing to do with you. I'm good on everything. And this is the primal, mind. This is the unfortunate, when I say the inorganic mindset. This is very foolish. But such things he did not keep in mind. Over these years, I had a true friend. Over these years, I had someone support me. And even to this day, he can't say I played him. He can't say I lied to him. He can't say I manipulated him. And like, y'all gotta understand, y'all are losing genuine people because of you not taking accountability, right? And this is the unfortunate when it comes down to people that you've had around your life and for many years. So I say that to say, keep that in mind, Starseeds. And as I say many times before, they're not truly who they are until you challenge them. They say the quote, you can't change them if you can't shame them, or backwards, I don't know how it goes, but you understand such things throughout life. And let me give this to you as a warning, okay? in order to know, one must grow. So you must experience these things. I can't tell you and even give you advice and hope the fact that you won't run into it, because you still may. It just may come about in a different variation. But keep this in mind, Starseeds. I value you, children of the future. All right? And that's why I always say, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello there? Gratitude to all light beings. Gratitude to all brothers and sisters out there. You know what I'm saying? Protect yourself at all times with knowledge, sunlight, chlorophyll, distilled water, and 3D human free. Prolifically me. Divine gene for life. Sunblood, sunblood, sunblood. I am not black. It's not about one love. It's about whole love, peace, and abundance. Starseeds, children of the future, keep this in mind. The adults make this world go round, but you make the sun rise and set. And if you ain't know, now you know. It's your boy Pro, and I got to go. Peace, power, love, and light unto you in all that you do. Ashe, Ishe, Ashe. Now, for those that just want to know what the hell going on in the future, get my packet. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on it right now. You know, go tap in with me on Facebook. Tap in with me on SelfSoul369. I got more posts, more content for y'all, just to let y'all know there's many things in the work. So that being said, gratitude to all, you know, and continue to be the best version of you. Peace.